On this bumpy beer tasting from 603 Brewery out of Londonderry, New Hampshire, I have Toasted Pumpkin Ale. So, Toasted Pumpkin Ale is a pumpkin ale with roasted malt flavors, real pumpkins, and a blend of seasonal spices. This comes in at 8.2% ABV. I didn't know how high the ABV was on. I just checked to make sure that it was. I've never had this one, so I just checked to make sure that it was fresh, which, I mean, it's the season, so it should be. So actually, at the time of this recording, this is 8 days young. So there's the label art right there. Old pumpkin gourd, some jack-o'-lanterns there in the back, it looks like, as well. On like a little farmland. So it's actually a lot like New Hampshire farms. So anyways, let's go ahead and crack this one open, put it through the BuMpY 50-point inspection. All right. The head on this has some tight bubbles, fairly white head. Didn't create a huge head. It looks like I got some dirty glass mafia going on. The coloration of the beer itself is this very deep orange. It is not very clear. There's some clarity there, but there's a bit of a haziness to it. I think for the appearance on this, I'm going to go with a 5 out of 6. I would just think a clearer beer would be nice. Of course, going to have the dogs bark in the background now. Why not? That's what they want to do. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the aromas, so you guys don't have to listen to this. Okay, so the aromas, first off, I was getting like this gourdy, type aroma, so like pumpkin, real pumpkin smell. Some nutmeg, allspice type notes coming up. Start picking up on like a bread malt, or a bready malt aroma. Put all that together, and what I started noticing is it actually kind of has a resemblance to like a pumpkin bread. For the aromas, so it's really decent. Probably would have liked a little bit more of that malt shining through. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 for the aromas. So let's go ahead in for the flavors now. So first swig. Cheers. The flavors on this, I was getting kind of a toasted bread type note. It's got quite a bit of a gourdy flavor, very light with the spice, and you notice it, but it kind of comes up after that malt and the gordiness from the pumpkin. And then there's just a very slight bit of like an allspice type. Not really too much nutmeg. Like, I cannot detect any cinnamon in this. I think cinnamon, a bit more cinnamon and stuff would have been a nicer touch, especially with that toastiness, kind of like cinnamon toast or something would have been nice. There's a slight bit of an alcohol presence at the very end. It's not overpowering at all. It's just I kind of started noticing it. It goes along with this little bit of bitterness, so it lets you know that it's a beer. It's not. This one is not like cloyingly sweet. It's more on the gourdy side versus like being like this thick, rich pumpkin pie type thing. This is more of a gourdy pumpkin with some like toasted bread malt notes in there. Pretty nice. It has a medium body to me and like kind of higher side medium carbonation. For the flavors, I'm going to give this a 17 out of 19. The body is fine, 5 out of 5. And my overall on this one, for being a pumpkin ale, for being something that's not cloyingly sweet. I mean, there's some out there that it's like, yes, I'm a one and done. Wouldn't only pick up one can or one bottle and I'm done for the season on it. This one is something I could go back to. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for my overall. So for 603 Brewery, their toasted pumpkin ale gets a bumpy 44 out of 50. It's going to land this at a good beer, just underneath that excellent beer range. If I gave it the 6 out of 6 for the appearance, it would have been right. So whatever. You guys think whatever you want. Take my, the way I describe the brew, and if it sounds like something that you might like to try, even if it's not favorable to my palate, or if it is, you decide on your own if you can get your hands on it. And I just want to say cheers and thank you for watching.